Do you got Neptune aspect in the sun in your natal chart? Hi, I'm Jeremy Ryden, the birthday coach, saying you were born for more. You deserve more love, happiness, and success. I hope you do that with the secrets of astrology. Neptune aspect in the sun. It's time to accept your spiritual calling in the world. Now, this video is for everyone that has Neptune aspect in their sun in the natal chart, but even more so if you're in your 40s and aging, because you're definitely going to feel what I'm about to say the older you get. So the sun is our identity. The sun is our purpose. The sun is what we're growing into and expanding our soul. So any planet that is aspecting the sun is a big deal. Neptune, the planet of spirituality, creativity, mysticism, means that part of your identity as you grow older, part of your purpose as you grow older, is to become a spiritual guru, to be a spiritual leader, or creative soul, an artistic soul. And so a lot of even actors and actresses that deal with the imagination and inspiration will have the sun aspecting Neptune. Why I want to talk about the spiritual aspect of this is because I believe at the core of it, besides being artistic, creativity, at the core of creativity and art is spirit. It is soul. It is expressing our divine nature. That's why you'll hear a painter say, I paint my soul into the painting because it's my sweat, my blood, my tears. So creative people actually put their essence, what they feel, think. I mean, it's very, if you ever seen an actor throw everything into the part, you realize they're not just saying words on a script, but they're embodying an essence, a very nature of the character. So, that's another thing that Neptune's known for, being a chameleon, being able to shape shift. Why? Because there's no definition to spirit. Spirit is free, it's flowing, it's able to do so much. Probably because it's able to do so much, that's where we see a lot of Neptune aspect in the sun has confusion about their identity. They don't have clarity about what they're supposed to do. They have a lot of compassion. They have a lot of empathy. They have a lot of, things that they want to do in the world. As I keep saying, artistic, musically, spiritually. But why a lot of times there's this floundering around until they get into midlife is because Neptune doesn't have clear boundaries. It doesn't, because it wants to do so much, experience so much. It wants to embrace so much that, the more creative you are, the more confused you can be, because which choice do I do? Is this the right choice? Should I do this? Should I do that? You go to a restaurant and the restaurant only has 3 items. Very simple. I pick this. I don't have to think about it anymore. You go to another restaurant and it has 1,000 items. Now you're like, oh, what are you getting? What are you getting? You ask the waitress, what's the best thing here? What do you like? Because more choices can lead to more confusion. Neptune is the planet that's open to all types of possibilities. So therefore, there's a lot of confusion about what's the correct path. Where as you get older, you realize all paths lead to God. And I would tell you, if you're a young Neptune, don't stress so much, am I making the right choice? Do what inspires you. Do what that causes your soul to come alive. That's what they say. We don't need more doctors, lawyers, or any kind of certain profession. What we need is people whose souls are alive. They're on fire with their passion. But I want to reach out to people that are especially 40 and older in this video, because when Neptune gets into what we call your Neptune return around 42, where Neptune is being highlighted in your chart, it's, a lot of people in their midlives, where they have a midlife crisis. What you're going to see as you get older is that even if you're artistic, if you're creative, if you're musically inclined, there's something about aging with Neptune that says, I need to contribute to the world in a spiritual way. Whether that's like Mother Teresa, whether this is a preacher, a minister, whether this is someone doing a nonprofit, there is this sense as you get older that you need to contribute to the spirituality of the planet, that you need to contribute to the, like I said, the compassionate charity. And so Neptune aspect in the sun is a spiritual leader, because sun is leadership. Neptune is spirituality, the spiritual leader, the spiritual healer, the spiritual advisor, the spiritual guide. And so if you've been thinking, should I do something spiritual in your midlife or even older, absolutely embrace that identity. In this life, you're not here to kill your ego completely. If you kill the ego completely, you'll have no idea of who you are. And we need to have a sense of who we are if we're going to accomplish the things that our spirit signed up for. You need to see yourself as a conduit, as a channel, as a vessel of sharing spiritual knowledge, spiritual insight, spiritual wisdom. And you can even do that if you're a young Neptune aspecting sun. I'm not saying you can't, but a lot of times we learn, our perspective of spirituality grows. Our understanding of what it means to connect to the divine grows. I have Neptune aspecting my sun, and you'll also see this if you got Neptune in the first house. They can be quite religious, but as they grow, their understanding of how spirituality works and how deep and wide it is, a lot of times we see a shifting of the things that they used to believe. My favorite quote from Muhammad Ali is, if a man thinks at 50 what he thought at 20, he wasted 30 years of his life. Meaning you should be growing, you should be expanding, you should have different ideas of what it means to believe in God or the universe or law of attraction or gratitude, faith, forgiveness, all these spiritual topics. As you age, there should be more insight, and that insight you can pass on to the world and pass on to younger generations. So please, 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 if you're definitely have that sun aspecting Neptune, don't talk yourself out of the calling that is on your life, that the universe has placed upon your life, to begin to share the philosophies that inspire, that heal, that encourage the soul. Namaste.